This video is brought to you by Snowball Analytics, your simple premier investment portfolio tracker. More about them later in the video. Money isn't just numbers, it's beliefs, it's psychology, it's how we were raised, what we were taught, and how we think is normal. You could give two people the exact same paycheck and they will do completely different things with it. Why? Because their money mindset is different. Today, we're breaking down 10 things rich and poor people think differently about money. And once you become aware of how you think about money, you can start thinking differently too. Number 1, short-term versus long-term thinking. When you're struggling financially, survival mode kicks in. You're thinking, how do I pay this week's rent? Can I cover the credit card minimum? What can I afford right now? That's totally understandable. When things are tight, long-term planning feels like a luxury. But wealthy people build their lives around long-term thinking. They ask, what will this decision cost me over 10 years? Will this help me build freedom or just solve a short-term problem? Someone with a short-term mindset might lease a new car for $600 a month because they can afford the monthly payment. Someone with a long-term mindset might buy a reliable used car for $8,000, invest the rest, and grow it into $20,000 assets over 10 years. Number 2, spending to impress versus spending for value. Poor mindsets often focus on how things look. There's pressure to look successful before becoming successful, especially in the age of Instagram. Rich mindset ask, what value am I actually getting? A poor mindset might spend $300 on new shoes for status and post it in his social media account. A rich mindset might spend $300 on a course to develop a skill that can earn them $3,000 later. Number 3, income versus assets. Poor people focus on income, a paycheck, a salary, an hourly rate. This is why you often get asked by your working class relative, how much do you earn per year? Rich people focus on assets, things that can make money without them. If you earn $80,000 a year but have no savings, investments, or assets, you're still on the treadmill. But if you have $20,000 invested and a $500 per month income from a side hustle, you're building leverage. Quick note for my US viewers, since we're talking assets, here's a tool that helps you plan the income your assets can produce. Snowball Analytics is a portfolio tracker for investors that pulls your accounts into one dashboard and gives you a live dividend calendar with income forecasts. Less guesswork, more clarity on what your assets might pay and when. You get performance that includes dividends and fees, clean sector breakdowns, and a built-in dividend rating that can help flag payout risk. Snowball tracks received dividends, shows projected income by month, and supports dividend reinvestment plans. It also shows yield and yield on cost, which is great for mindset. Am I buying cash flow that grows or just a price chart that moves? One of the powerful tools Snowball Analytics offers is testing different asset allocations before you buy. In Portfolio Lab, you can swap ETFs, tweak weights, and instantly see how your hypothetical dividend income and diversification will change. Want more income now? Dial up a dividend ETF weight, and want broader growth? Blend in a total market fund and see the trade-off. It's a safe sandbox for long-term thinking. For the US investors specifically, you can link taxable accounts and retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs, then set withholding tax settings so forecasts reflect more realistic take-home income. And mobile apps so you can check your income calendar on the go. It's a portfolio brain and planner in one place. There's a free trial, and if you choose the yearly plan, it's basically 2 months free. And using my link below also gives you an extra 10% off your next purchase across plans. So check out Snowball Analytics to get your finance organized. All right, let's get back to the mindset. Number 4, what's the price versus what's the value? Here's a subtle but powerful difference. Poor mindset asks, how much does it cost? Rich mindset asks, what's the return on this? Price is about cost, value is about benefit. Buying a 150 pair of shoes that last 3 years is better value than $30 shoe that wear out every 6 months. Same goes for food, tools, appliances, or even your education. Number 5, fear of risk versus fear of standing still. Let's talk about risk. People with poor mindset often see money as something to protect at all costs. They say things like, investing is risky, I don't want to lose what I have. So they avoid opportunities until avoiding risk becomes the risk. Wealthy people, they're afraid of standing still, of doing nothing, of letting time pass without growth. Number 6, consumer mindset versus creator mindset. Poor mindset are stuck in consumption. I work hard, I deserve this. So they consume entertainment, food, shopping, distractions. Rich mindsets focus on creation, products, ideas, businesses, content, solutions. Instead of just watching YouTube videos, a rich mindset asks, can I start a channel? Instead of just scrolling Instagram, they ask, can I create value and build an audience? Number 7, saving what's left versus paying yourself first. Poor people spend first and hope there's money left to save, if any. Rich people flip the order. They automate savings before they spend. It's called paying yourself first. Let's say you make $5,000 a month after tax. A poor mindset spends $4,800, then saves the last $200. A rich mindset automatically transfers the $800 to investment or savings on payday, then leaves off the $4,200. Over time, this difference changes everything. Number 8, money is survival versus money is a tool. When money is tight, it's emotional. Every dollar feels like a lifeline, so money becomes the source of stress, guilt, and shame. You hear things like, we don't talk about money, I'm just bad with it. Money causes problems. But money is neutral. It's just a tool, like a hammer. You can build with it or you can hurt yourself with it. It all depends on how you use it. Rich mindsets treat money like a lever, a way to build time, freedom, education, peace of mind. Number 9, Lotto mentality versus compound growth. People with poor mindsets often look for one big break, a lottery win or massive rise, a miracle. They say, if I could just make 100,000, everything would change. Rich mindsets play the long game. They know that wealth is usually built from small wins repeated over time. Finally, the biggest mindset difference, scarcity versus abundance. Poor mindsets believe money is a limited pie, a zero-sum game. If someone else has more, they have less. Rich mindsets believe the pie can grow. They ask, what can I build? What skills can I develop? How can I solve problems and be rewarded for it? These mindset shifts aren't about how much money you have right now. They're about how you think, because how you think shapes how you act, and how you act shapes your future. No one is born with a rich mindset. It's learned, practiced, evolved. Drop a comment below and let me know which mindset shift hit you the hardest.